Here we are, famous Litchfield National Park. We're down here for a few days, actually staying out of the park at a little town called Bachelor, which is really nice. It's a really, really nice little town. Not much there, but it's a beautiful, peaceful, tranquil spot. We'll show you a bit about that. But anyway, Litchfield, there's quite a few attractions to have a look at in here. So we're going to do our best to cover as many as we possibly can in the 3 days we're here. We have stunning weather for it. It's been really nice and cool in the mornings, which is a pleasant change. And the day's warming up to about the low 30s, which is typical for up here. Anyway, Litchfield National Park. Looking forward to having a look around this place. Looking forward to having a dip in some of the rock pools, that's for sure. We're missing the water a little bit. It'd be nice to swim somewhere where there's no crocodiles. Okay, ready to go? Let's roll. So we're finally in Litchfield National Park. We're actually staying out at a little town called Bachelor, which is...
Bachelor.
What is it called?
Bachelor.
Why do you keep getting that wrong?
You get it wrong.
Anyway, it's called Bachelor. Don't know why I can't remember that. So it's about 40 kilometres from Florence Falls. So we're just on the trek down. Just have a look at the lookout.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Beautiful shady valley, look at that, it's gorgeous. So yeah, I was saying it took us about 20 minutes to drive from Bachelor to the start of the park, and then about another 25 minutes to drive from there down to Florence Falls, which is about halfway into the park. So we're going to have a swim in the falls, and then maybe head to Buley rock pools as well, have a swim there. So we're on the path in. This is the 135 steps down to the falls from here. And then apparently there's a walkway that you can do a gentle walk out instead of having to come up the stairs again. But where's the fun? A little bit like Jacob's Ladder in Perth. They were the good old days. The water coming over the rocks is quite warm, so I might go for a dip over to the fall. So there's the two alternatives. You can go back up the stairs, it's only 135 of them, or do the Shady Creek walk. So it's only a kilometre, so we're going to do that. Certainly lives up to its name as a Shady Creek walk. It's really pretty. So we're at the end of the Shady Creek walk, and that was really lovely. Gorgeous little walk, very easy. So what we're going to do now is the Buley Rockhole walk, 1.5 kilometres. So it's only 3k there and back, which should be lovely. So this is the Buley rock pools, which is pretty cute. One thing Litchfield's well known for, and that's its termite mounds. And I must admit, there are some pretty impressive termite mounds around here. So this one here would be 3 metres tall. It's huge. But they're everywhere. Go for a quick walk down here and have a look at this. We'll zigzag our way through the scrub here. There it is. Have a look at this monster. So that'd be 4-5 metres tall, 2 metres across. Just huge. Very impressive. Cute bird in the background. So there you go, it just gives you an idea of just how big these things are. This one's very unique, very pale white. Obviously reflects the soil that they're built on. Very impressive. We're in the Lost City this morning. It's 11k off the main road. First 5k is a bit like a freeway, no problem at all, and then the next 6k is a bit like a bush track. A bit corrugated, a bit windy, a few bumps, a couple of rocks, but it's not a hard drive in. It's actually pretty good, but you wouldn't want to do it in a two-wheel drive. You need a four-wheel drive to do it. So anyway, let's have a look around the Lost City. We just got about 10 metres into it. Lisa's already come up with a great description for it. What did you say, Lisa?
It's just rocks, mate.
It is just rocks. The ability of some trees to find themselves a way of surviving is quite amazing. Quite incredible. So now, just like being in any city, chances of finding her pretty remote. No idea where she's gone. Might have to start cooing. Oh, there she is. Blending in with the rocks. Oh, look who's here. Of all the people to bump into in the city.
You can see they are pretty impressive rocks.
They are, they're not bad rocks. We were just saying before, the Northern Territory does rocks well. They've got some great rocks here.
Just discussing etiquette on a track.
It's very interesting, isn't it? But you should pull over where there's a possibility to pass, but everybody should make the greatest effort to get past with the least amount of trouble. But some people just don't seem to get that. They just keep coming, park themselves in the middle of the road, and then wait for you to try and work out how the hell you're going to get past.
And on this track, there's lots of pullovers. So if you're coming towards the Lost City and the pullover's on your side, pull the hell over. Simple. Okay, will he do it? Good man. Well done.
Okay, next stop. This is Greenant Creek, and I have no idea how to pronounce it, but those falls. So it's about a 2 kilometre hike in. The start of the hike's literally 50 metres off the main road, so very accessible. And apparently you're not allowed to swim at the bottom of the falls because it's culturally significant for the indigenous people here, but you're allowed to swim up the top in the plunge pool. So looking forward to having a little dip. Remarkable just how clear the water is in some of these places. Can't really see it in there. Let's have a look up this one. It's beautiful. All monsoon forest, and it's just beautiful. And it's so cool. It's about 5 degrees cooler down here than it is when you're standing out in the sunshine. Quite remarkable.
walk at first.
Starting to think it might have been a good idea, actually. Boy.
And there we go.
I'd love to be able to pronounce it, but I have no idea how you say this one as well. The Tjay. Yeah, wouldn't even try and guess it. So it's a little walk in here. This is the last of the gorges we're going to do today. How far does it say how far it is? Distance 3 kilometres return. So 1.5, 1.7 in. Okay, looks like a walk up along the sandy creek, so that should be good. A couple of guys just behind us with some scuba tanks. Glad I'm not carrying those in for 1.7 kilometres. Must be getting close now. Can hear the waterfalls. Can see the cliffs. Where we've done 1.5 k's, so getting close. You sit on it. We've gone against all our better judgment and we picked up a stray needle.
Oh.
This is our little oasis, kind of halfway between Florence Falls and Buley pools. How beautiful is it? Just okay, so that's the end of our stay here in the Litchfield National Park area, and it's been really nice. It's a great spot. Certainly the water holes and the waterfalls are really worth a look, and we really enjoyed our stay here. It's nice to have a swim and not be worried about being eaten by crocodiles. And I'll just show you where we've been staying. We've been staying out of the national park, about 20 kilometres out of the national park, in a little town called Bachelor. And it's a really lovely little town. There's a great little local store there that's got all the basic essentials that you'd need. So if you need to top up with anything, there's also a pub here, which is good. Really nice pub actually. And a couple of service stations if you need fuel. And this is the caravan park, which has just been beautiful. It's the Bachelor. I'll take you and show you the sign at the front. Can't remember what it's actually called. But there's a heap of different parks around the area. As you're going in from Bachelor into the national park, there's about 4 or 5 different areas or different campgrounds there. Some of them look lovely, really lush and green, which is a bit like this one. It's just beautiful. And there's also one that's really interesting. The Zebra Rock mining place has just opened unpowered free range camping as well in under the trees, and that looked pretty good. A little bit drier than a few of them, but still really quite interesting. So check that out as well if you're into free range camping. The Zebra Rock mine site, I think they've got a great showroom there. So the Zebra Rock is just beautiful, and the people that run the place are really enthusiastic. We had a great chat to the lady there, so worth a stop. The Zebra Rock place on your way into Litchfield. But from here we're heading down to Daly River. We're going to go down there for a couple of days. Lisa's hooked on barra, excuse the pun, so she's really keen on catching another couple, so am I. In fact, I'm keen on catching my first one. So we're going to go down and spend a couple of days down at Daly River, hire a tinny and go for a fish, and then we're going to head back to Katherine, and we've made the decision we're definitely going to head back into WA. No point going to Queensland or the eastern states at the moment. COVID is just continuing to run rampant over there. Just heard this morning Cairns has gone into lockdown as well. as well as Byron Bay and the north coast of New South Wales. So things not good on the east coast at the moment, unfortunately. So we'll head back across the border probably in about 5 or 6 days time into Tjaynera, and then we'll slowly make our way south again, which is a bit of a shame, but still there's no point going east if we're going to be faced with lockdowns and quarantines and all that sort of stuff. So it just doesn't interest us. So we'll sit it out another year before we do the east coast. So this is where we're staying. The Bachelor Holiday Park. So it's a little bit old and daggy, but really large sites, plenty of room, lots of trees, lots of shade. The water is great. There's no calcium at all in the water, so it's great. They've got some, I think about 80 powered sites, and then they've got 8 hectares of free range unpowered camping. It's a great big area out the back there. You can just go and find yourself a spot under the trees. They've also got ensuite campsites and villas and all sorts of stuff. So it's quite a nice place. As I said, a little bit old, a little bit run down, but the atmosphere here is just beautiful. It's really tranquil and just it's been fantastic. We've really enjoyed our stay here. They also do bird feeding here. They feed the parrots every morning at 7:30 and every afternoon at 5:45, I think it is. That's worth having a look at as well. Got a swimming pool, little mini golf course. Anyway, if you're looking for an option, somewhere to stay outside the national park, this one is certainly worth considering. One thing I forgot to mention is that over the last few weeks we've actually run into quite a few of our followers, which has been really exciting. People that are following us on YouTube have popped over and said hello. So if you do see us out and about and you think you might recognise us, please pop over and say hello. It's really encouraging to meet the people that we've helped with our videos that have used it to plan their holidays, which is certainly the way that we started this. We've watched a lot of YouTube videos and followed a few of the groups that are travelling and picked up a lot of hints and tips. So it's really, really helpful. So if you do see us out and about, please drop over and say hello. We'd love to have a chat to you. So that's it. We'll wrap it up there and head off to the Daly River, and we'll show you a little bit of our barra fishing exploits. Hopefully we'll show you a few barra as well, but we're looking forward to that. Can't wait to catch one. So we'll talk to you then. Catch you later.